Where do you find giant snails? On the end of giants' fingers. Today I'm reviewing Relic by Renee Collins, which the cover of looks a little bit like this. You probably can't see that because I'm lazy and don't want to focus it, but this is an absolutely gorgeous cover. I cannot stop staring at this when I first got it. I entered to receive it accidentally, ironically, and so I received it and I realized I'm gonna have to read this, aren't I? So unwillingly I began to read it, and then I was completely amazed by this book. I gave it 5 stars. It was just amazing book, and I'm gonna pre-order it because I really want that book for my shelf. And oh my goodness, I have so many great things to say about it. I've tried to do a plot description for this book 3 times now and I can never get it right. So I'm gonna read the official, oopsies, Goodreads edition. After a raging fire consumes her town and kills her parents, Maggie Davis is on her own to protect her younger sister and survive the best she can in the Colorado town of Burning Mesa. In Maggie's world, the bones of long-extinct magical creatures such as dragons and sirens are mined and traded for the residual magical elements, and harnessing these relics' powers allows the user to wield fire, turn invisible, or heal even the worst of injuries. Working in a local saloon, Maggie befriends the spirited showgirl Adelaide and falls for the roguish? Ooh, there's a word I don't know, that's embarrassing. Falls for the cowboy Landon. But when she proves to have a particular skill at harnessing the relic's powers, Maggie is whisked away to the glamorous hacienda of Alvar Castilla, the wealthy young relic baron who runs the Burning Mesa. Though his intentions aren't always clear, Alvar trains Maggie in the world of relic magic, but when the mysterious fires reappear in the neighboring towns, Maggie must discover who is channeling the relic magic for evil before it's too late. I'm gonna admit, whenever I read that before reading this book, I was super hesitant. I am not a person that enjoys books about magic or any type of spells or anything like that, so going into this I was super hesitant. As it mentioned, the setting is very old western type, which is very unique. I've never read a book like that I can recall just looking at all my books. But it was so mind-blowingly beautiful that I fell in love immediately, because you get these descriptions of her hometown that's so lively, and it's so different because usually books like this are set in the future and they're very chromatic, and it was so different and amazing, and thumbs up. Another thing that I enjoyed was that the relics were explained very early on in the story, so you go into the book knowing what it's about and being able to comprehend and understand what the whole aspect of the book is centered on. So it's very convenient, and it also helps a lot because I know in a ton of young adult books they throw you into the world and they're like, here's a new word for you to learn, we hope you can guess what it means by its context. But this sets you up so that you understand, and it was very helpful, and I loved that. This was a huge page turner. By page 50 I had tears in my eyes because I was very impressed with all the characters. And I must say, Landon and Maggie are very well-rounded characters. They're both super strong. Him fighting for her, her fighting for her sister. They were always a really good team, and I love whenever characters have teamwork in a book and it makes them super strong, and they were fantastic, defeating the world and doing everything in their power to be awesome. They were awesome. Can I say the word awesome one more time? I'll do it. Awesome. Another thing I noticed in this book is that the secondary characters were amazing. And usually secondary characters are just something to glue the plot together, but I was very concerned with the well-being of our secondary characters. Renee wrote them so that they were super real and you still cared about them amidst all the drama happening with the main characters, and so I was constantly concerned about everyone there, making sure everyone was okay, because if one small thing happened to Adelaide, I would have lost my mind. The writing style is just gorgeous, it flows together so nicely. The only thing I had about the writing was that it got a little bit corny at a couple of phrases that the characters say, and I don't know if this is just because the characters are old western or they're just younger, I don't even know, but there were times when she would say something like, "You're a no good coyote," and it's like, that's probably just because they live in the West. I was like, okay. The only other bad thing that I have about this book was that the romance got just a little bit predictable. Landon is a cowboy, which means basically if anything bad happens, he's pretty much like the police or the special forces team to go and help. So whenever he has to go and help with the fires, it gets very kind of predictable, like, oh no, he's gonna go off into the war and die and I'll never see him again. And then it's just, I thought it was really predictable. It might just be me because I've read a ton of Nicholas Sparks books, but it wasn't a bad thing per se, but it definitely was a little bit upsetting that it was easy to guess what would happen to the characters. The ending was very intriguing, the ending was very suspenseful, and now I really, really want the second book, even though the first one's not even out yet. So I'm anxiously waiting. I need to finish this series. It doesn't even say if it's a series. I'm pretty sure it is gonna be because I'm not sure how we could do that ending and not have another book. A+ for Renee Collins. I hope to see more of her writing come out into the young adult world more often, and I definitely recommend you check this out and put it on your to-read list. You will not regret reading it because it is so different. It is really good. It's up to par with like some of the amazing books in the young adult world. I'm not even kidding. It's that beautiful. I'm messing around with new angles because it's very hard to see my bookshelf in the background, so now like I'm lavishly showing off my books on the side. So if you like this better than me normally sitting in front of it, then let me know because I actually like this a little bit better. If you disagree, don't hesitate to let me know. That was it for today's video, so thank you for watching. I will see you next time hopefully. So until then, goodbye.